Hello class, this is my technology integration project, and here we go. Now my idea was based on a lesson I did during internship residency because I'm not teaching yet, and I had a lesson about Macbeth because that's what my mentor handed over to me, so I taught the entire play Macbeth on my own, and what I did was a lesson that had the students think about themes that were in the play. So that's what I tried to use this app for. I had heard a little bit about it, I didn't really know about the Shakespeare app, and thought this would be a great way to implement it. So the one I found is this link here, and I couldn't find it on the computer, but it's on iPad, iPhone, or Android, and let's see if I can show you what the web page looks like. It's this app. It's on the App Store and Android, which is what I had to get. And the site itself is really helpful, and it has all these details on the side here, and sounded like a really great app, so I thought it'd be good to try. Let's go back here. Okay. So when you download the app, mine was on Android and it looked like this, and my background was a hot air balloon, and I zoomed in so you could see what the app itself looks like. So once you download it, it'll look like this. You go to click on it, and then it will bring up this menu. It has work, search, study, something called Shakespeare Passport, which sounds interesting. I'm not sure if it's helpful for museums or something. I don't know what that's about. And then it talks about Shakespeare, and then all these purchase features at the bottom down here, because the Shakespeare app has a Shakespeare Pro app that they're really pushing, and they want you to buy everything, but we're not going to do that. So then leave that side menu, because the side menu is this little lines here, and you'll see a list of plays. So you're going to scroll down until you see Macbeth. I've kind of highlighted it there for you. And then you'll see this page. They've got a little icon here. It has a last viewed page, which is really neat. It automatically bookmarks what you read last. Dramatis personae, whatever. It's the cast. Goes through all the acts, and it has a scene breakdown at the bottom. Can't really see it here. So for the lesson, I had students break into groups of 2 or 3 and look for the theme they chose within the text. So I had written all the themes on the board, and each group got to choose who went around. They chose, and then they have to go through the play, write down the quotes that they found that had to do with that theme and where they found it, and answer questions on the worksheet that I had given them. And when we're done, then they just discuss it with the whole class. Now, pros of this app: it was free. It's not like having to carry a heavy book everywhere, because the ones we had were huge. You can easily highlight and find scenes. I think I had images of that. And has lots of information about Shakespeare and the theaters, like the Globe Theater that he performed at. Has study resources to help you remember terms like scansion and rhythm, and it automatically marks your place, like the last viewed page. Some cons: it was not what I expected. I thought that it would have images, I think, because I thought I read somewhere that it had images about Shakespeare theaters and stuff like that, and I think it did have pictures of the Globe Theater, but not of characters or scenes from Macbeth being performed, which is what I had hoped for. Let's see. You need a device to access this application, so you need an iPod, iPhone, Android device, iPad, that's the word I was thinking of. So you need something to get on it with, which would have worked out at the school where I did residency internship, because every student I saw, except for 1 or 2, had a cell phone, and the school let them purchase or rent iPads that they could use. So a lot of students had that available to them. So this would have been possible if I had been a permanent teacher, had fundraisers so that everybody had an iPad. This could have been something we could use if I didn't have the textbooks already, because I feel like I needed to use those anyway. Some parts did require payment, like the Shakespeare Pro, and I don't know what all features are. And it doesn't show much text on the screen at one time. It was just a short amount of text. You could only read like 3 different lines at a time, so there'd be a lot of scrolling unless you shrunk the font size down, and then that would be annoying to read. So, Shakespeare Pro. I think this would work better as a resource than a standalone, because the app itself does not have a lot of involving features. It's just the text is available with some details, a short biography about Shakespeare and about the theaters where his plays were performed in his time, and is not really involved. The study area just would have terms defined. It wasn't like a Quizlet type of thing, or flashcards or anything like that. It was just the terms with definitions. So I think that they could add to this and make it something really interesting and involved and amazing, but right now it's just a resource. It's like a stand-in for the textbook. So if I was a student and my teacher didn't let us bring the textbooks home, or I just didn't want to carry that heavy book, I would look into an app like this, because it has every line and it's easy to use, and you can just highlight whatever parts you have. If you've been assigned a part, then you can just highlight which character you're supposed to read for that day in class and have it right there marked for you. And so it was easy to use, but it wasn't, it wasn't something that can stand on its own 2 feet. Like, I would have to build lessons where this was used as a tool within the lesson. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Thanks for watching.